Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Warden again. Today I am going to do a tiger because I was asked by somebody yesterday if I could do a tiger with the lion. So as you can see, this is my finished example. We've used lots of circles, triangles, ovals, more triangles, and then lots of little details around to make it look more like a jungle scene. First, we're going to start with his head. So I'm going to draw a nice sized circle in the center of my paper. I'm going to stop. Then I'm going to draw his legs, his front legs. So I'm going to start here and come down on this side. Start here and come down on this side. And then we're going to go little line in, little line in. This will be the front of his paws. We're going to do a rainbow line up and a rainbow line up with some little lines for his claws. I think I'll take that rainbow line right over to the edge. Then we're going to touch inside and come up, touch inside and come up. This is going to be a thick tiger, but that's okay. We're going to do a line across, and then we're going to add his back leg. So I'm going to touch here, come out, touch here, come out. I'm going to do a line down and a line down, so I'm kind of angling it in, and then a rainbow out, and back in, and back in. We're going to give him some claws there too. Kind of looks like a frog leg, but it's okay. Okay, let's do his face. So we're going to do a rainbow across the center, kind of like our lion yesterday. We're going to put an oval for his nose. And just like the lion, we're going to come down with a J up, down with a backwards J up. We're going to give him little eyes. So I'm going to make little circles and color them in. And then we're going to give him whiskers. So dot, 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 whisker, 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 dot, 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 whisker, whisker, whisker. And he needs some ears, so we're going to use triangles. So it's up, down. We're going to give him a little triangle on the inside. Up, down. Okay, so tigers have stripes. So we're going to use triangles and come down, up. It's almost like a V. So down, up, down, up. I'm going to put some on his cheek. So we're going to come out, make it pointy, and come back in. Out, make it pointy, and come back in. And we can color those in black because his stripes are black. And you can pause this along the way if I'm going too fast. If it's easier for you to do a section and then stop, please feel free. Again, I have the most basic drawing tools here, so there's not a lot of extra color, but you feel free to add color or any other details to make it your own. Okay, so we need a tail, so we're going to start here on his back, line up and out like a candy cane, curve it around like a U, and we're going to follow this back down. We're going to give him some stripes on his tail. So line, 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 line. And I'm going to double it or just thicken it with my Sharpie. Okay. I'm going to put some lines here, like some stripes. And as I go down, they're going to get smaller and smaller. And then I'm going to do some zigzags out in, out in, out in, out in, out in, out in. And as I come down, they get smaller as well. So these are going to be more of the colored in black designs like we put on his face. So you're gonna go back in and color those in. I'm not gonna do all of them because I don't want to take up too much of your time, but you will go back in and color them in on your own. And I think I'll put some little lines over here on his legs, some more stripes. You know what, I have to color them in because to me it just doesn't look finished if I leave them open. So I'm trying to make them nice and neat and not scribble scrabbly, as I tell my students. I don't want to see a lot of like just rushing like that. Just take your time and color them in nice and neatly. Okay, so there's my tiger. I'm going to make him sitting on the ground. So I'm going to put a ground line here and a ground line here. So because he's in the jungle, I think I'll try to add a big tree. So I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to do zigzags. So almost just like his stripes on his side. It's out, in, 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 all the way back to the top. And I'm just going to repeat this until I have a lot of layers of these big leaves. So I'm going to do out, in, out, in, out, in, and do these zigzaggy lines all the way up. And then they're gonna go off the paper. So it's hard to see the other side of this one. So I'm just gonna put some lines in here to show the different leaf separation. And then we're going to give it a tree trunk. So this tree is kind of sitting back in the distance a little bit more than our tiger, but it's big and it's overflowing. I'm gonna put some grass around it. I think I will put some ferns over here. So if you want to touch your ground line and come up. And then what I do is I take a line at the top and make it thicker. And then a little lines out, 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 out. And as you come down, they get bigger. So again, you start with little, out, 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 out. And as you come down, bigger. And then I'm going to touch. I like to do them in sections of 3s. To me, it just looks better if there's in 3s or odd numbers instead of even. So 3 or 5 or 7. To me, it's just visually more appealing. And then I think maybe I will just add some, maybe like a flower that's shooting out too, like jungle flowers are really pretty and lots of big leaves. So they all kind of grow together. So this is just a curved, angled line with a point at the top. Maybe I'll put another one because again, a 3. So it's the stem, touch the stem, out, make it pointy, back down. And I'm going to do this 5 times. So out, point, back in. And then I'm just gonna draw some little lines inside to make it have some details. And then I think I'll just give some little detail lines here, maybe some more grass, maybe a ground line to show the distance in the background. You can add all different kind of designs on here if you want to. We'll make it a bright sunny day. A lot of students like to add their sunshine. I know when I was a kid, I always put a sun in my picture and some clouds. And there you have your tiger. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Again, we use lots of basic shapes and lines to draw this. So I hope you were able to use your circles, your ovals, your triangles, and lots of other kind of lines to make your project today. Have a good day.